when did you arrive here in the Philippines and how did you discover Master or Unong Lakan Pet Nicolas?
Hello, I arrived last Thursday, so it's all a bit new for me at the moment. And to be honest, I discovered Sir Pet through using the internet. It's obviously a wonderful source of information for someone like me.
Yes, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, discovered him using the internet. I've only recently got into martial arts, and it's something I've always wanted to do. But over the last number of years, I've been working extremely hard. I've also been studying for a master's degree in addition to that. So it's something that my priorities weren't really there. And I've been fortunate enough to contract back home as a management consultant. So it's given me a number of opportunities, and I took the time to save some money, and I decided that now was the right time for me to pursue martial arts. So I went over to China for 2 months before Christmas, really just to find out more information about sort of martial arts, and I figured the best way of doing that was to get in there and meet martial artists. So I went over there and got a lot of information from them about the various martial arts that were out there, and a number of them recommended Eskrima, Kali, or as you call it, Arnis. So basically the Philippine martial arts, it seems to be a very fluid and effective martial arts. So that was.
But how popular are Arnis in Great Britain?
To be honest, most people would not have heard of it.
Really?
My understanding is that some of the moves or variants of the moves were used in the recent Hollywood films, The Bourne Identity and Supremacy.
Yeah.
So I believe that some of the choreography was
also
based
the night
upon
fighting, right?
Yes, I believe so, and the use of like phone books and pens as an extension.
Yeah, that's an alternative weapon.
Yeah, so I think that's the most prominence that they've got in the UK, but most people would not be familiar with that.
But what is your first martial art discipline learned?
The first, as I say, very new to it. Went to China, did 2 months of a martial art called Ancient Baji, which is also known as the bodyguard art over in China, and that was very interesting for me. I met some wonderful people over there, but to be honest, I didn't feel that the martial art was particularly appropriate for my lifestyle back home. There was a tremendous emphasis on meditation as opposed to the actual practicing of the art, and for me back home, I wanted something that was going to be able to get me to a level of self-defense quite quickly, because it's important for me that I want to be able to learn skills so that I can protect myself and my family and my loved ones really back home. So this was one of the reasons for. So
you want to share Arnis with your family members, other family members?
Yes.
Wanting them to encourage to learn Arnis also?
Yeah, I will encourage my family and all my friends. Basically,
really?
everyone that I know back home, I'll be encouraging them to take this up and to train them. Hopefully, if I can get.
So you don't have yet 1 week stay here, right?
No, not even a week yet. So
yeah. So what can you say about Arnis with the difference with the Chinese martial arts?
To be honest, I can only speak for my exposure to Sir Pet's methodologies and his way of teaching, and for me it's a lot more of an open mindset, and this is one of the reasons for me that I wanted to come with Sir Pet and train. And for me it's a great honour to be here training with him, because he has a very expansive style, and the use of the Mano-mano and the hand-to-hand
Mano-mano.
For me is very attractive, and it's basically the application, the speed at which I'm being. For me, it's a great honour being taught some of these techniques.
So, in one word, how can you describe Arnis? What is it? In one word.
Limitless.
Limitless.
That for me, from just the perspective of learning the system and also the philosophical side of it. And again, this is one of the reasons that Sir Pat for me is, regardless of anyone else that I meet, for me he is my master, because we have very similar mindsets. And
even without Punong Lakan Pet here, you can still say you're saying the limitless of describing
for me. For me, it was the right time in my life to pursue martial arts, and I'm the sort of person that, as I say, in my job back home, I have to make decisions. I make decisions based upon the way, generally with my mind, so logical decision making. For me, it's a case of I could have come here, I could have met Sir Pet, I could have seen the setup that he has got here. For me, it wouldn't have been a hardship for me to write off the money and to go somewhere else and learn something else. That would have been quite possible for me to do, and if I wasn't happy with the situation, I would have done that. No disrespect to anyone involved, I would have said, this is not for me, I'm happy to move on. That's not the case. I'm really happy to be here, and for me it's a great honour also because he's given me the privilege of staying with him at his house and teaching me the ways of the Filipino people. So for me, it's
a whole package.
Yeah, it's a holistic experience for me that I'm experiencing the Filipino way of life as well as the beautiful martial art as well. So
I'll catch you first, then we will go back again, and then we will talk about how about being a teacher, punong Lakan Pet.
Okay.
And then your other experiences, learning with Master Pet, with these other students. We will go back with you, Simon. At dito pa rin po yan sa pagbabalik ng programa.
Larong Pinoy, Angat Pinoy. Larong Pinoy, Angat Pinoy.